Alex Muzio, it's a real pleasure to meet you. I want to ask you one question. Who are you, Alex Muzio?
A fair question. I've been a passionate supporter of football for a very long time. Spent a lot of time analysing clubs and teams and players, and it led to a feeling that it would be a good thing to invest in a team, and that's who I am.
Laurent, thank you very much for hosting me every week. Watching the NFL. I have a little gift for you.
Nice.
Next time I'm here. If it's not on the wall.
Tonight?
Tonight, yeah, if it's not on the wall tonight, I want a free beer.
We are not here by chance. You're a huge fan of NFL, and when you are here in Brussels, you came here in this place very often.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, every Sunday night. The games are Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Union have a pleasant habit of playing on a Sunday at 4 p.m. and the NFL starts at 7 p.m. So I come here an hour and a half after the game, missed the start, but it's a 4-hour event, the NFL, so don't miss too much.
And you have developed a business around the NFL. Could you please explain me a little more about it?
Yeah, of course. So in my spare time, I started to develop a mathematical model for analysing the players and the teams in American football, and started to bet on it. That was 9 years ago now. And yeah, it was a real journey. It was really exciting to get going on that, and yeah, it's a great sport. I'd recommend it to anyone who's interested in picking up a new sport.
Is it a desire from yourself to not being in the foreground, in the lights, and to let Philippe Bormans and Chris O'Loughlin works serenely?
Yeah, I would say that's a fair summary. I think that well-run football clubs are run by people that are here and people that that are trusted. And I trust Philippe and Chris very much. We're very, very fortunate to have them in Lyon. It's much better if a club has clear lines where people know where to go when they have problems and challenges, which are inevitable, and interference from people not involved in the day-to-day as much is problematic. So yes, it's definitely the case that I prefer to keep a step back and allow the club to be the story.
Nice to meet you, Englishman. Nice to meet you.
See you later.
Brighton, I heard, right?
What are the exact links between Union Saint-Gilloise and Brighton? We often heard about Union is a satellite club, but that's not really the case, isn't it?
No, it's definitely not the case. The two are entirely independent. Mr. Bloom owns the vast majority of Union, and I own the rest. Tony is a long-time good friend of mine, and it's great to invest with him. But the two teams are very separate. On a day-to-day basis, there's no involvement whatsoever. In terms of any satellite club, that's incorrect. They're very independent.
What is the target? What is the plan for Union Saint-Gilloise in a short term, and in the middle term and long term, of course?
Short term, the goal is to get promoted. And I don't think, coming from my background, I know how random football can be, and I don't see there being a positive to putting a time frame on that. We want to get promoted as soon as possible. Getting promoted from this league is very, very difficult.
Best time to score. Best time, best time. Best time. He's going to kick off and it will be done.
When we are promoted, I'll talk more about what the future plans are in terms of on the field, but we plan to get better every year that we possibly can.
For getting promoted, do you need some new players in this next
the January mercato?
Yeah.
I think we've got a general approach that any time that we can improve the team at a good value, we will try and do it. So I'm not sure what will happen exactly in January. It's always very difficult to predict how a transfer window will go. But if someone is available and we think they'll improve the team and we think they'll be good value, then we will make every effort.
Thank you, Alex Muzio.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.